Live, finally. They finally can hear us. Shalom, Israel, brothers and sisters.
You see it tracking us? Should be tracking us. Anyway, yeah, I'm good. And I'm just gonna be chiming in, guys. We are trying to make sure this is like our third attempt. So I'm gonna be trying to see if I can see us on my phone while y'all seeing us on your phone. So go ahead, bro.
I'm trying to make sure we live.
We good.
We good?
We good.
All right, we're gonna talk about the Sabbath day and food. Anybody who has questions, please feel free to ask. The Sabbath day and food, the real Sabbath day and the real dietary law. There's three things you need to change, Israel: the way we eat, the way we live, and the way we treat each other.
Now I'm gonna be a little slow for words because we had a good 7-minute inspired thing, and we didn't get to capture it. So I know my brother here has a lot of followers, and I know some of you have a lot of questions. And if we can help get to a common ground, feel free to ask anything, actually. And we're gonna let the Creator use us to help us out. Go ahead and talk about let's talk about the Genesis. Genesis 1:9.
All right, wait and see. Do we have some people tuned in yet? Nobody is tuned in.
I was tuned in. I'm tuned in. Get it on now. Let's see. So you can see it. I tuned in. Let me click on it.
Let's hoping they get some. I'm gonna be talking to the air.
You see it? You got it? Okay, cool. All right. It's going to be a delay because I'm going to hit, it's going to be a little delay. But go ahead, we're going to go with 1:9.
Well, we're going to start with Genesis 1:9.
1:29, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, 1:29. To talk about food. What did the Father create for us in the beginning for us to eat? 1:29. And God said, see, I have given you every herb that yields seed, which is on the face of all the earth, and every tree whose fruit yields seed. To you it shall be for food. And to clarify that, the King James 16:11 says meat. Meat means vegetables and fruit. 30. Also to every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the air, and to everything that creeps on the earth, in which there is life, I have given every green herb for food. And it was so.
That's it. And the same thing reads the same way in the NLT. Everybody be looking for new ways of talking because some people get sidetracked with the wordage of the King James version. So, but it's basically the same thing. It's things taken out, so you have to compare and contrast all versions because, like any translation, once you translate it, you will be lost in some words and some meanings. So you always have to go back as original as possible. But the 29, Genesis 29 in NLT is the then God said, look, I have given you every seed that you plant throughout the earth and all the fruit trees for your food. And I have given every green plant as food to all the wild animals, birds in the sky, small animals that scurry along the ground, and everything that has life. And this is what happened. Now, we went a little further when we was talking earlier. I'm going to let you know, if you keep going down there, it also tell you that the animals are not food, and why not to eat any thing that has blood in its flesh. Because flesh is what we talk about when we really mean meat nowadays. We're talking about flesh. We're not talking about meat. As we stated earlier, that's how some of the language has got twisted over the years. We think of meat, we think of flesh, but that's not what the Bible was speaking of when it was talking about meat.
To clarify the scripture, that's Genesis 9:3. Every moving thing that lives shall be food for you. I have given you all things, even as the green herbs. But you shall not eat flesh, with its life, that is its blood.
Now, in the beginning of that, he said every living thing is food for you. Now, what they're saying is that everything is food for you to grow and understand. Because if you clearly see it, you saying that it contradicts itself. Because it's telling you that there's no not to eat any flesh with blood in it. So it can't be meaning that every living thing is for you to eat. It wouldn't even make sense. It's a contradictory statement. So that's what understanding and asking for the wisdom to get those type of scriptures is concerning all people.
And you have me the Book of Jubilees right there?
Book of Jubilees. Oh, and I spoke of this when we wasn't live. The book of books. This Bible, I call it the Book of Books. Everybody needs to understand this is a collection of books that's in the Bible, such as the Book of Jubilee, the Apocrypha, the Book of Daniel, the Book of Isaiah, the Book of Jasper. All those are books, guys. So this is a collection. This is the Book of Books. Okay. So the Book of Books also have books that were taken out, such as the Apocrypha. These books were taken out. Okay. So if you know this is a part of the Book of Books that was taken out, you also have to understand that the Book of Jubilee, the Book of Enoch, the Book of Jasper also may have been or have been removed as well from this collection. So when you read the King James Version of the Bible the Bible also tells you about that there are other books that you need to read and you need to put inside of your soul as well. And with all of the Book of Books, we're able to have a better understanding and broader knowledge of things that was just issued to us in our Book of Books that we read on Sunday worship. Notice I said Sunday worship. Just trying to get you to understand some things. What we reading? What we looking for?
I was looking for the meat. Because actually, flesh eating came around with Noah and his sons when the Spirit started leading the children of Israel astray. No viewers yet? No viewers?
Two. Well, guys, we got 2 people on there. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. It's gonna be shorter than we anticipated today. So I'm tagging, not asking. I'm pretty sure I know who some of the viewers may be. So you can ask too.
Ask anything.
But the dietary, and also was talking about the Sabbath. The Bible also, the Book of Books, tell you about the days, the 7 days. God's world, a day is 1,000 days. That also helps explain creation to a certain degree. Everybody wants to know how did God or how does Creator create these things in one day. One day to God is like 1,000 years to us. So it took 1,000 years to create these things. That's as far as we know through the studies that we have given to us. So on the Sabbath day will be the 7,000th day, the 7,000 time that frame from 6 to 7 or 7 to 8. Because we're trying to get to the 8th day, the day that the Lord has made the renewal day.
Which is the true Sabbath day, the true 8th day.
What happened? What else recorded something of Jesus?
And even in creation, you know, Adam was created on the 6th day, right? God created the great seas and creature and every living moving thing for water, according to time.
Man.
Yeah, Adam was created on the 6th day.
Well, I tell you that too. He was created on the it's a little bit further than
5th day. 5th or 6th day. But the letter of Barnabas is explaining it all. Nobody, no questions, no viewers, no questions.
Go ahead and do what you got. We're gonna get out of this thing.
I don't know yet. I don't know what
What you mean?
I lost my birth really.
You who?
I lost my birth. I wanted the 6th day to clarify the 8th day. But I was gonna read Barnabas. I was gonna give him the Sabbath day teaching in Barnabas. But that explained it better.
Well, yeah. Well,
In Genesis.
the 6th day, go to 24.
It explained it better than Genesis.
Go to 24. That's the 6 days. Still somewhere around that 24, 25.
Better than me, will it? I can't read them.
That's when he created the livestock, and then he went for it. 26 is when he created man.
So what do you think ought to start at 24 or 26?
I mean, I don't know.
What?
That's good. Go ahead, what you got?
I'm trying to get some more viewers. So I won't be talking to the air.
Hey, man. It's gonna be one of those days.
One of them days.
Never talking to
24.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Genesis 1 and 24. Then God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature according to its kind, cattle and creeping things, and beasts of the earth, each according to its kind. And it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth according to its kind, cattle according to its kind, and everything that creeps on the earth according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over the cattle of all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. So God created man in his own image, and the image of God he created him, male and female he created them. Then God blessed them. God said to them, be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth and subdue it, have domain over fish of the sea and over the birds of the air and over every living thing that moves on earth. Key word, and over every living thing that moves on earth.
He was like this. Can you see your head?
We're going over.
He's alright.
No, I'm putting him on.
Now that was the 6th day, the 6,000 day.
It's a trial run.
It's a trial.
Trial run, y'all. Trial run.
Trial run. And to go further with that, like I said, these are other books of books. Now you can dismiss them, or you can put them inside of your mind and just and study them as you study the Bible. The book of Barnabas say, pay attention to children to what means he finished in 6 days. This means that in 6,000 years the Lord will complete all things. But with him, a day represents 1,000 years. He himself testifies that I am right when he says, see, a day of the Lord will be like 1,000 years. And that's also in Psalms 94 and 2 Peter 3 and 8. So if you go back to those, you can also see and you can reference those things. And they will help you understand when you go into these other books that it's either was a true writing or it was a true guide from one of the book of books to the writing that you also read. The time has been thrown away, guys. I was reading, we was talking about things earlier. I let you know about the Sunday. That's why I went to Sunday worship. I don't know if everybody knows what Sunday mean. Sun worship, Monday mean moon worship, and things of that nature. But they got a lot of information out here now for us to get. It's been a time of no other time in that we've known of to be this informed. My brother said that they kept knowledge away from the true Israelites, those that are deemed stupid and can't read and don't read. This knowledge is for you guys now. This guys is for us. It's time for us to start reading this stuff. It's time for us to start applying what needs to be applied. Once we start doing that, the world will see that we are not only chosen, but we are also the representatives to bring this to light.
I showed my statutes to Jacob. I have not dealt with no other nation. Who was the nation that couldn't read? The nation that was withheld knowledge was us.
A lot of stuff been twisted too. That's why you gotta dig into every information that you're able to get your hands on and decipher it. It's just like anything else. Any word. An English word, one word can mean 7 definitions. You have to know when to apply the correct definition to the right term, to the right time.
No bill.
So,
No true viewers.
now you know this is gonna be, if you post, when you post it, it's gonna be out there. So people gonna comment afterwards.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I say you're gonna get the information out and see what they say afterwards.
Ecclesiastes had a good thing about the 8th day. Ecclesiastes.
In the beginning.
Time. You want to read that one? This is 8 verses. And I like to read this a lot because this reminds me of how we were birthed. You know, how God put us through this pain. And at the end, He's going to bring a time of peace. You know, it's going to be like a newborn baby. This pain is going to be labeled, but when a child is born, everybody going to be smiling. We all babies in the spirit of the Father. We crawling right now. So, it's a time for everything. We finna go through this war. We finna make it all strong.
Don't do me like that, Keith. Where you at?
I'm going, let's go through.
3?
Yeah, 3 days.
3 days. Ecclesiastes 3:1. It says, for everything there's a season. Okay, so everybody knows they read this for a while, guys. So, for everything there's a reason, a time for every activity under heaven, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to harvest, a time to kill, a time to heat, a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build up. There's a time to cry and a time to laugh, a time to grieve and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace and a time to turn away, a time to search and a time to quit searching, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be quiet and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and of course a time to peace.
8 verses. Take you through the creation.
So,
Good.
creation, he's saying like the time to be born and time to die. From there, you do everything in between. You have war, and then you're going to eventually have peace. That's the whole beginning to the end creation story right there. I love Ecclesiastes. We're talking about Ecclesiastes, man. This is one of my books that I go to a lot. I don't know. It's highlighted all kind of ways through there, man. I highlight, pinned in, and
Good book.
it's a great book. It's just a wisdom book, and it holds true.
Oh yeah. Well, while we're in Ecclesiastes, let's go to Solomon told us a good thing about killing animals. Another reason why we should want to eat right. Because they have another version here. Any man that hasn't identified an animal soul hasn't identified his soul. And this is a prime example, of Solomon telling us, that he hoped that the children of men would look at this. I'm gonna go 3:18. I'm gonna go 3:18:22. I said in my heart concerning the condition of the sons of men, God tests them, that they may see that they themselves are like animals. For what happens to the sons of men also happens to animals. One thing befalls them, as one dies, so dies the other. Surely they all have one breath. Man has no advantage over animals. All is vanity. All go to one place. All are from dust, and all return to dust. Who knows the spirit of the sons of men, which goes upward, and the spirit of animals, which goes down to the earth? So I perceive that nothing is better than that a man should rejoice in his own works, for that For that is his heritage. For who can bring him to see what will happen after him? Solomon told us we have no advantage over animals. We have no reason to be killing animals. Esau was a skillful hunter. Esau came here to kill, steal, and destroy. Jacob dealt at home in tents, peaceful, comely man. We are not hunters. We are not flesh eaters. We are knowledge. We are seekers of knowledge. We are judges. We are lawyers. Once you get the correct knowledge, you will not eat flesh. You will eat what your father put here for you.
We're running on about 10 minutes.
How long we been on?
I'm just asking.
20.
Oh, no.
20 minutes?
Yeah,
That's a long time.
yeah, we're going to have to wrap it up because no one's going to watch it. I want people to go back and try to watch it. It's going to be a long 20 minutes. I didn't want it.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that long. No, don't stop it. But we gonna continue to do this. This is our first time back with us. We know it's a little sloppy. We're gonna get a little more professional, y'all. But we really ought to reach the hood, boys. I put that out there. Yeah.
And girl.
So, cause those are the ones who really carry the torch. Cause the Father put all His children through darkness so they can see what? The light. You could not walk in a room with light and see and appreciate the light. Once you're in darkness, you appreciate the light. So with that being said, we're going to cut the video short and let my brother speak and chime on. Peace out. One love, Israel.
Shalom.
Alright, peace out.